Hey, what's up? It's Obama's.com. So today, some motherfucking tard's trying to steal this bike. It's just a crappy old $700 bike. Um, and how do I know? Well, this right here. Look at that. The scratch, that white scratch, and then right there. Wait, there it is. So it's as if they put a clamp. They tried to just. So I got this log that's actually a really good one. You're not going to cut that log very easily out in public, so it's a kryptonite. And on this particular occasion, I usually do the back, but this time I had the front, where I do a thing with the tire and this fork. The fork is, I thought, would be pretty sturdily tied to the frame. I guess this leads to this idea that maybe they could somehow remove the fork from the frame, probably by starting off here, by somehow undoing this, like a bunch of idiots. And first, I've seen, dang, I just noticed it, I couldn't believe it. Now my targeters, the government, as soon as I saw this, man, these stupid fucks, I actually was in the store today, and they said, hey, maybe it's time that someone tries to do an attempt to steal your bike. Sure enough, these motherfuckers said it, and here it is. Just today, I was unlocking my bike, and boom, I saw this. Like, what the fuck? Because this is really deep scratches. It's almost, at first I thought it was vandalism, like they did this on purpose to vandalize it. Because it didn't make any sense why they did that. That was perfect right there. The paint was perfect on this whole fucking bike. Really nice paint job. Brand new bike. Boom, right there. Boom, right there. So these stupid punk fucks actually attempted to just take this fucking thing apart to get the fucking thing free. These guys are fucking idiots. There's little chips of paint where they did it. Little pieces of dust. Oh man. So, and they said, oh, you weren't supposed to notice it till later. So they've been talking in my head. This is the government. This is the military. So these punks might have actually done this today. And this is out in public. Now, they did this right in broad daylight. These fucking little bitches. They went right in front of a gym today. And they fucking tried to do it. Because they wanted to send me a message or to show how much they fucking hated my guts by robbing me of this bike. Now, if somebody else did it, well, the government would have been watching my bike and decided to play a little game of, well, hey, let's talk about stealing Todd's bike. No, the government doesn't watch this for security, man. They hate my guts. They tried to murder me. You understand? But that would have been the trigger for some of this shit that I was hearing. I don't believe in any of this shit I hear. It's all shit. I just don't listen to it. But, oh my god, here it is, man. These fuckers literally tried to take this fucking thing apart. They're hoping that the whole thing just came apart. This pulls up, this fucking comes down. Fucking idiots. Fuck. Now, I'm not sure if it works like that. So, luckily it didn't. It was just a test. They tried to get in really fast and do it, and they did not do it. Well, the test failed. The attempt failed. NSA surveillance. It's watching everything. Even when I'm in the store, my bike is outside. You know, I parked this actually around the corner. I was at Rite Aid today. And that's where it probably occurred, when I was at Rite Aid chilling. They're in the fucking goddamn, over at the gym where I parked this, right around the corner. Because they had the bike rack. Brave little motherfuckers to do that in broad daylight, to come and try to steal this. Hey, this is the broad daylight I'm talking about. Fucking like broad daylight. That is insanity, dude. They actually were. I can't believe anyone would make this attempt, because thieves don't usually have the ability to just show up in broad daylight when there's such a good lock system in place. So there's a kryptonite lock with a chain lock with like 10mm fucking, between 8 and 10mm fucking things, and it's very durable. It's a $50 lock, and the back is also locked with another cable. So for them to do this, they get, I think they've been planning it. I mean, who comes around and has this type of fucking tool to clamp the fuck down on the bike? Who has that with them to fucking do it? And I just didn't expect it. Jesus. And I've heard of stuff in like Chicago, like big cities, Chicago, in New York. That's the place where you need a fucking big fucking lock. Your bike, but with the type of lock that I have, it's generally secure. That's the expectation of the lock. And they got maybe a couple of bigger models, and everyone's saying, well, this is the lock that my damn bike's protected all day with it. If you have the cheap ass locks, absolutely, your bike's gone. Well, lucky for me, I had this fucking kryptonite lock. You want to see this motherfucking beast? It's not even like the biggest, baddest boy on the market. I'll get it out. But here it is. Boom. This motherfucker has nice thick chain on it, and the chain here can withstand tons, and so you could break it easy at a lab. You know, I've heard them do it there. Out in the streets, you can't do it so easily. Usually, you're gonna need to be able, you know, apply. You know, you have a big bolt cutter. You're gonna need to generally be able to use the ground and your weight to break it, and you can't do it usually when it's up in the air. You might need. Anyway, well, here it is, man. That's my video. I can't believe them. This is fucking insane. They damaged my bike. They damaged the fuck out of this. They just cut this piece of shit up. They got the paint all fucked up like a bunch of tards. For no reason. For their stupid attempt to steal this thing. Now, if the government's doing this, because the military and all the local cops and people watching me are butt fuckers who have tried to kill me, so they would have done this just to send a message to me. They wanted me to experience the emotions of having this disappear and not have access to it. And he's thinking that his lock's good enough. That's what they do.